Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready, blue 80. Left.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. From the shotgun, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Ryan on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis. And then 120, a big performance against Green Bay. At his best, you're getting to Adrian Peterson, the defense's fear.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, back up.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey, let's roll.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And after the run, Smith going to throw. Bruce Irvin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He tried to heave it from his own end zone, and the danger, it reared its ugly head.
We have seen those plays work out successfully before. You take the shot, try and gain some yardage. Sometimes you fool them. Not in this case, though. Tried to get it deep downfield. Gets it picked off.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down.
Hey, South! Ready! Back 25! Hey, let's go!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Ryan will throw again. Steps, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Let's go, 15.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. And off comes to Peterson. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They give it to Peterson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They pitch it out to Peterson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A toss play. This is Peterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Falcons coming back out here onto the field. This has been a team that's had an interesting season. The rough start, then they picked it up some. As you look in your crystal ball going forward down the stretch, what do you see for the Falcons?
Well, I think on the surface you would think the injuries are just too much to overcome on the defensive side of the ball. But the way they've been playing recently, they put everything on the offense and just asking the defense to do just enough. And the offense is really giving them great play because Matt Ryan can throw to Julio Jones, Mohamed Sanu, the rookie Calvin Ridley, Tevin Coleman and Ito Smith running it and catching it. They're starting to put up points in big numbers and making people chase them each and every game.
And they may want to start to pad some wins now because 3 of their last 4 in the regular season are on the road, including trips to Green Bay and Carolina. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And here come the Redskins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a give to Peterson running left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Peterson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? did not let him get downfield.
On third down, that's Thompson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. Smith now to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trey Quinn, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 79 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Settle down, huh?
Again, a run with Thompson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
Good work that time to get him to jump. And now here's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Carry number 20 now for Peterson. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Smith. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you'd go on the field, but okay, I see you. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Ready. Hey, south. 39. 22.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. So he was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Gun, gun, gun. 11. 20, 20. Space. Left.
Back to throw. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Right. 12.
Back to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
11. 21.
Ryan to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go, D. Gun. 12. Ready. 280.
Now Ryan. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now it's Ryan. His throw incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Forced out to his left. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win. Didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I totally believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they wanted to be really aggressive and fake it.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
They're probably about one big play from getting into field goal range. I'd go with a 2-deep coverage, make sure my safeties are back to cover all of the field deep.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And that's going to do it right there. They're going to run out of time, and we're going to be headed for OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2 straight incompletions. Now the pressure's really on. Last thing you want here to start overtime, a 3 and out.
And I know that a few years ago when they changed the rules about overtime, it may have changed a little bit about how you go about things. But bottom line is, when you have the football, you never want to give it up. You want to make sure you get points on the board at a minimum and put pressure on the other team. This is a huge 3rd down call coming up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right?
In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game.
A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. To throw is Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there,
man, it's caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the punt.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to